You gotta pick your ears though. You pick this? Okay. Let me get you from the back. Ready?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
You can hear me better? Hello and welcome to a very special episode of
Makeup with Athena.
Starring
Summer.
Today we are going to be doing some clown makeup, and we're going to be a moon clown and a sun clown. And I have my wonderful partner Summer to be the sun clown today.
Already.
How do you feel about being a sun clown?
Sounds like a bright idea.
Wait, am I gonna say that? I still have to edit that video. I think we're just gonna get into it. I don't think I'm gonna explain this one.
Yeah.
So first, we have to prime our faces because we want this to stick. And for this look, since it's going to be me and Summer, we're going to be going back and forth between each layer of makeup. So we're going to take some primer, and if you guys are following along, you can use any type of primer that you want. All right, so you let that dry a little bit. And once that's dry, we're going to be putting on this is actually white foundation. This is not face paint, which you can use face paint too. They sell this pretty much everywhere, and just putting out a note that nothing in this video is sponsored. This is just what I use, so use whatever you have. But we're gonna use this, and we're gonna use a clean beauty blender. And I've noticed with this stuff, it does work, but you have to layer it. And we're gonna do like full white faces for clown makeup today. And you just kind of want to dab that on. You do not blend down to the neck at all, because you're just doing the face. And if you guys are ever looking for more clown makeup inspiration, there is actually a place where you can see, I don't know where it is, but I do think that there are images of it online. When you go to become a clown and go into clown school, in order to trademark your face, you have to paint it on an egg, and then it goes in like their whole collection of eggs.
Never knew that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, everyone has an egg.
Huh.
It's very weird. I don't know if the eggs are like still full or anything, but it's...
Oh, that smelled really bad.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, that's like a requirement, like kind of like a master's thesis, but for clown school. All right, so this glue is definitely like kind of all weird from last time, but we're just going to take it and we're going to start sliding backwards. This is going to feel terrible, and it is. What?
Oh, yay.
Yeah, they didn't know that they were going to get their brows glued until like 30 seconds before we started the camera. But you just go backwards, and then you take like a toothbrush or a brow brush and you brush straight up. And you don't want to use a super soft toothbrush for this either, because it will not work that well. I feel like I look insane every time at this stage. Does that feel terrible?
No.
No? Good.
No, it's a part of my daily routine.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So
every morning.
every morning?
Yeah. When I'm on my way to clown work.
These are flattening out really easily.
I was made for this.
You're made to be a clown. Yeah, I feel like this actually is what like clowns do before they go to their job. So I'm gonna go over my eyebrows with the first coat of this. Yours are probably gonna be so much easier because they're lighter. The last time I did this was for the Onceler video like 2 years ago, and it literally like I had to cut out like 40 minutes of me just layering on concealer. No?
Still, your brows look pretty dark.
I know.
It's gonna be like probably like
We're gonna be here until it's like midnight.
3 hours later.
It's actually going on really nicely.
Destiny.
You found your fate. So now we have our faces all white and they're all whited out. So now we're gonna go in with the base colors, and we're both kind of gonna do like cloudy like cheeks running across with, I'm gonna have a moon and you're gonna have a sun. For you, the main color of the sun clown look is gonna be yellow. We're gonna start with the lightest color of both of our faces first. Just gonna put that across. Yeah, so you want to start with the lightest color first, because sun clown, that's gonna have yellow, orange, and red, so you want to start with yellow because it's the lightest one. Alright, and then I'm going to do mine, which is going to be light blue to dark blue with a little bit of purple. So we're going to start with a light blue.
That's good.
It does. It fits your face very well. So we're going to be using the Redacted palette, and I'm going to be using this teal color. No, I don't care if it's not sponsored. I don't want anyone buying it. You can find similar colors somewhere else.
I'm sure there are palettes that have colors.
I mean, some of them have to have colors. Just a few. But you want to start with like a light teal and just sweep it all the way across. Yeah, I feel bad because I literally use this palette in like almost every video, but I do not want to do it. I should probably get a different palette at some point.
A good Subway Surfers palette.
Do they have that?
I don't know if they do.
Would you just try to do your makeup and use Subway Surfers?
That's what I'm thinking.
I just heard the thunk.
Yeah, like a bird.
No. They're back. The curtains are going back up tonight. Last year, I was doing a Minecraft live, and apparently, these giant 3-inch hornets now are in where we live. So, and they usually show up in August. It's, what is it, May?
Yeah.
It's May, so they're here early. I'm terrified.
I remember I was fighting them in the air, basically. Like, they were, like, flying towards me, and I literally, you think of the spray, like, oh, yes, use the spray, but I use the can. Like, I use the spray and the can.
Use the can as, like, a weapon.
Yes. Like, yeah, midair, like...
No, it was insane. This was right after the hurricane. We were having to cook outside on a little grill, and I'm hiding behind the door, and someone's like, bah!
I think I got, like, 10 of them.
It was, and I put up curtains in this room specifically because they're attracted to light.
That was fun.
That was not fun. That was terrifying. I'm glad you had fun, though.
All that Skyrim.
Oh my god. Preparing you for Skyrim. Okay. Yeah, it's the same. We were in like 7-degree weather hiking, and we had no idea how to get back, and we had no water, no food. And this one here is like, it's like Skyrim. And I'm like, I'm getting ready to prepare for the fact that I may not survive. Look at me. So yeah, the more of the same color you have, the better, because you can kind of get more like tones and shades into it. So this is like kind of like a neon yellow. So I'm going to probably go in with, I also have this one. I think the next palette I get that's a colorful one is going to be the bigger version of this, which I used to have. I wish I still did. But I'm kind of like halfway done with
I was
it.
gonna say, it looks like a very popular one.
No, I literally...
I see some colors you don't use either.
The blues that
Yeah.
the ones that I actually am going to be using now.
You go almost out of the pink.
Yeah, and the purple and the red.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when I was doing college, what's it called? I literally wore like bright purple every single day. That's when people are like, do an everyday makeup look. I'm like, you don't want that because it's going to be bright purple with glitter. So we're going to go with this. There's like a medium turquoise. We're just going to... Because this one's so small, it's hard to like get big brushes in there. But I'm trying to make mine look like almost like clouds. And you just kind of want to dot it on there. Like, again, like I said, the more colors, the better. But we're done with that. So we're going to go in with a medium, not purple, a medium blue. And kind of just dot it where you feel like it belongs. I'm going to use a smaller brush for that. So this is the medium blue that I'm going to be using. And the ViseArt stuff is amazing. I never have had a bad product with them. They have been used on like stuff that's on Broadway and theater and movies. It is definitely more of like the professional end products, and like a little one like this is between $40 and $80, but you definitely get what you pay for. I've had this palette, it's tiny, but I've had it for over a year and I've basically used it a few times a week. So yeah, I'm trying to start making like cloud shapes. So yeah, if you want, you can do a little dot on your nose with like your main color. There we go. And then we move on to the next color. But since we're doing in layers, we're gonna move on to your like more fine detailed colors. Let's see. What if I did like sun rays coming down?
Oh, it'd be cool.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Or do you want just one sun on the side?
Nah, rays.
All right. So we're gonna do that with, we're gonna start with like a darker yellow and then go into orange. So this is the darker yellow. This palette's slightly lighter. I do want to get a palette that has like neon or like very bright colors. We're gonna take that and we're gonna start going from just drawing lines. I'm actually gonna mix it with a little bit of the orange just to kind of get it some differentiation. And the closer it gets to the eyes, the darker the color is gonna get. Turn this way. Perfect. It's actually gonna look really good, I think. We're gonna do little rays in between the big ones. Let me see. Do you like it so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. And then after we do this, we're gonna do eyebrows. All right, so we have the sun on both sides, and I'm gonna finish up these clouds and do some moons. So for the clouds, we're gonna go in with this color, this darker, and then I have a extremely dark one on this palette. But you kind of want to outline and also blend at the same time if possible. So you can see you're kind of adding in that like cloud look. And I think I'm gonna do the moon on this side, which I'm gonna have to go over with white now because let's see, make room for it. Because I don't want to forget about it and then just be like cloud clown, because it's like substantially less cool than moon clown. But you just kind of want to draw like a shape of a crescent moon on either side of your face. You could do both sides, but I feel like that might look a little weird. So I put on some stars, as well as I'm going to just be taking this yellow like eye crayon, lip crayon. It's just yellow face makeup, and kind of putting this all over my eyes. All right, let's see. So I am adding in a shiny white from the Redacted palette. I feel like they should actually make a palette called that, like Redacted.
Yeah.
And I think I'm also going to use a little bit of this actual white foundation because I don't think it's showing up enough. It's not creating enough dimension on my face. It's like painting clouds in real life, which I know probably isn't the best example for most people watching, but when you paint clouds, you have to go back in sometimes with the lightest color. And a good tip is that if you do not have, if you cannot find makeup brushes tiny, just get paintbrushes. And I'm putting a little bit of white in the center. And that is the clouds. All right, so we're gonna do, on you, we're gonna do the white accents. There we go. I was gonna try to make your eyes look like bigger. Look up. Just like an inch or so. So we took a quick snack break and I checked and I just hit 1,500 subscribers. So thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I am so grateful for each and every one of you and the fact that you guys like to tune in to watch me do whatever this is. Anything really. I did outline my face as well as I added some white underneath my eyes to make them look bigger. I don't know if it worked, but I feel like it did. And now we're going to do the lids by adding like sparkles and all that. So we're gonna do yours first. You can probably get away with this one. We're just going to tap it very lightly on there. And that's gonna look so good. And that was a good choice. There we go. So we've got that, and then for mine, I think since I have all of this, I'm going to be doing this very, very light, or maybe even this glitter right here, which it's like a yellowish color, but it's less warm toned. And it does kind of go everywhere.
I was gonna say, and then get it everywhere.
No, no microplastic glitters anywhere. But there is glitter everywhere.
So here I'm just outlining Summer's face with a dark orange, and it's kind of the same thing that I did on my face with the blue earlier.
And now we will do eyebrows. I'm gonna be using a dark blue. So I think I'm just going to kind of like exaggerate them a little bit in a way that you can see the difference in the shape that I made. And my hope is the darker I make this, the less you will notice my real eyebrows underneath. All right, so we have the eyebrows, and I'm also gonna do my lips in the same exact thing. I do have a blue lipstick, but I am allergic to the ingredients, so we're not gonna use it. So So you can just use eyeshadow, any color, as lipstick. It's gonna be super dry and uncomfortable, but it will work in the pinch. We're gonna take another tiny brush. This is like a brow and another side of a brow brush, which works because that's what we're gonna be doing. And we're going to kind of mix like a red orange because you want it to be the dark. Brows usually are the darkest color of the face. So I'm just mixing these two right here. Kind of brushing off the excess. Look at me. And we're actually going to place your brows a little bit higher than where they normally are and bring them down. There you go. Good camera, see? What do you think?
Just see it side by side.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Good. We'll bring that in a little bit. And we're just following the natural arch, but we're just going slightly above where the brow is. Let's see. So there are the brows. And now we're going to do the lips, which we can actually use real lip product. Do you want the little wings on your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want the little mouth?
No, wings.
Okay. So we're just gonna follow like the natural shape. And go underneath. Alright, so we have that in. And then we're going to take this gloss right here and fill it in. And after we do that, yeah, this one doesn't have any smells. After we do that, we are going to be putting a little bit of orange shadow on it to give it some dimension. Open. So we're gonna just be patting a little bit of orange in the center of the lips. But the primer helps to have the mascara. It's like a primer for paint, and it just helps build everything. I'm going to do mine first. But I'm just being very careful not to get any on my lower lashes. Alright, so we are going to go put on the outfits and we will see you for the reveal of the look. So this is the final looks, and I love it. Do you like how it looks?
Looks good.
Yeah. And we are a sun and moon clowns. So this look was my first double look, and I think it was amazing. I really like how the colors turned out, as well as how much it complements both of our faces. And the costumes were pretty fun to put together as well. I have a lot more makeup and other types of videos coming out very, very soon. And once again, thank you all so much for 1,500 subscribers. Really, thank you. You guys' support means the absolute world to me. So, until next time, my beautiful friends, I hope you have a day just as beautiful as you are. Bye.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, do it. It's cute.